every day the scale became a report card for me. I grew up the fat kid. I was always the fat kid. When I first started coaching with you, I really thought it was going to be something totally different than it ended up being. And I thought it was going to be macros and me making myself, be more strict, to be more rigid, but have the new tools to do that. And really, it's been more about working on my relationship with my body and working on my relationship with food in ways I don't think I really understood when I took that leap to work with you. And so by the time I got to your group, I was so fed up and so frustrated. When you're telling me I come alongside you and I help you do this, craft this plan, in my head I was still thinking, that's cute, that's for normal people, right? That's for normal bodies that work a certain way. And I guess I'd be willing to try it because I feel like I've tried everything else. And that's where I was in that call with you, right? Like, I don't know if I can believe you, but I guess I'm gonna give it a shot because what else am I gonna do? I still felt like it was too good to be true, right? Like, this is what I'm looking for. And I really thought you were just nice, Josh. I didn't necessarily believe anything was gonna work. And I really did think that my body was broken. I really wanted to believe that diet and exercise was the answer, but I felt like it wasn't. I felt so broken. And that didn't feel like a fix. It felt like a dream, right? Like that you could help me find something that worked for me, that fit for me, that was freeing for me. But I didn't really believe I could have that. I believed that there was something really fundamentally wrong with my body, right? Like, oh, I've been fat in the past, so I'm doomed to be fat in the future. But I really believed that what you thought you could do for me was not possible for me. And in the 7 months, I've really gotten to love and understand the way my body works and the way that it was designed to work, and to realize, over the past almost 40 years, I have not treated my body the way that it deserves to be treated. And so that has changed dramatically for me in learning how to listen to my body and to care for my body and to really treat it kindly rather than beat it up, right? Like, I feel good at the point that I'm at now, and I'm not done, and I've got some more to lose, and I've got some road to kind of keep traveling on. But I am like, seriously, if I didn't lose another pound, if I didn't lose another inch, like, I'm really happy with who I am and where I am. And I think that that's really important, right? And in part, a lot of that goes back to learning to love and care for my body too, and I have a lot of imperfections. We all do. And learning to see those as more of my story than my frustration. One of my big keys that I'm trying to get through this whole coaching thing, and actually like through my whole life, is balance. Every time I get on the scale, I would try to tie whatever I weighed to what I did the day before, right? So like, if I got on the scale and I weighed a pound less, that meant that I was doing the thing I was supposed to be doing, right? I had eaten my 500 calories. And if I got on and I weighed a pound more, it was like, oh, it must have been the bite of cake I had, or, oh, it must have been, I didn't calculate my macros right, or there must have been something I did wrong to make that scale go up. I think when you feel like your body's broken, the scale is just kind of an extra reflection of that. Like, I don't step on it and think, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that ice cream with my kids. Like, that part's gone now. I think investing in yourself is so incredibly important. Like, I tell people all the time that working with you has been the best investment that I've ever made in myself. Like, one thing I think that is important for people to know, and like one thing that's kind of my soapbox right now, is realizing that like all these diets that I tried and all these things that I did that I couldn't, like, I could stick to them, but then when I got to the end, I would just, like, I failed, right? Because I would spike back up. The problem isn't always with you. Sometimes the problem's with the plan. You've got to find a plan that is stuff that you want to eat 5 years from now.